Oh, you definitely gotta produce. Hey, listen, you can't just show up.
Jump
Hey,
the
Vachi, give me that. Give me that one.
Hey, Bachi.
Uh,
Listen, y'all don't need an introduction for this guy, but I'm gonna give him one anyway. Vosh Lombardi of the Doing All Right podcast, of Bleacher Report, of everything else. He's been everywhere. You guys know what time of year it is. Cowboy season was over, probably about the day Dak Prescott got hurt.
October.
Hey, when we played Atlanta, it was about
September. Think about it, So Mike McCarthy started at BS, and that's when it was over.
Let me talk. Hey, Vachi.
Hey, Bachi.
What's good, bro?
Yeah, hey, Vach, high level. This is our arena, so let's box.
Yeah.
I got thoughts, and I think one of the conversations that we will get to talk about, I texted you this weekend. I said, let's work this week. And you said, let's talk about these bowl games. And then you said, we'll kind of recap. And the good thing about draft season, something that I even got from yourself is, hey, we don't got to rush this thing. And, you're allowed to change your mind. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that I'm changing my mind at all, but the early prognosis on this Cowboys team is offense, weapons, new running back, all of that, right, Voch?
Yes, sir. I got a weird feeling that they're gonna try to run this thing back. I don't consider them geniuses in that building. Mm-hmm. If you're going to run this thing back how currently configured, I would fire Jeff Blasco, who is your run game coordinator. I would fire Schottenheimer, who is your offense coordinator in big air quotes.
The biggest air quotes.
And I would somehow try to find a reason to fire your offensive line coach, because he can make the young boys play, but for some reason Tyler Smith having the worst season that he's had, and Terrence Steele and all those guys are having the starters are having weird seasons, but oddly the backups are stepping up and playing well, so that's odd to me. Yeah. But I think there's a higher ceiling for your coaching of the offensive line. Okay, so that's just my theory. I'm not reporting nothing. Mm-hmm. If that's how it's currently constructed, Foots, then your first round pick should be the best player you could possibly find. Okay, and I'm just looking over, and that's looking like wide receiver, offensive line, running back if the gods are with you. But you might look up and get like a safety in there or something like that. That could be what your configuration is. Okay.
Yeah.
But besides that, your 2 and your 3, because you ain't got no 4. Yeah. Your 2 and your 3 is probably going to be some heavy combination of, if you went defense early, you'll probably go offense back to back. Yeah. If you go offense early, you'll probably go defensive tackle and like running back or something. If you go wide receiver first, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think there's also a case to be made that offensive lines could probably be made in that sort of situation also. So just as it currently sits, as I type in TANK ATHON, as you just look at it currently constructed for us, the Cowboys are sitting at 13. I think there's a real good chance that you'll be sitting at 10. But let's just say, for example, if you're at 13, you're picking at 13 and 44. I think that's okay. That's okay. So with those 2 top 50 players, Foots, I would imagine that running back, wide receiver, D tackle is a heavy conversation in that room. But it mostly depends on what happens with your first round pick.
Vosh Lombardi will be on the draft show, y'all. DallasCowboys.com. My boy is moving up, and he still makes time for me. Vosh, you knocked it out the park there, because I have thoughts, high level, and weapon. You just named the needs. Yeah. But Vosh, I started to watch the game from last week, and I watched Andrew Booth play football.
Sure, I agree.
And I thought to myself, I didn't even recap the game.
So let me just cut some of this. Cut some of this fluff in half.
Yeah, but
let's just cut some of this.
Hold on. Bring the knife out. Because you know.
I ain't got a knife per se.
But listen, knew where I was going.
I got a multi-tool that got a knife on it. Okay,
You
so
know how I feel about certain left tackle, corner, quarterback.
yeah.
Watch, I gotta have it. We gotta talk. We
So
gotta talk.
yesterday on Bleach Report.
Yes.
Well, let me say this: 2 months ago, about a month ago, on Bleach Report, I did like my top 6 Cowboy target videos. Now, mind you, Foots, we was projected at like 7, 8, 9. So that's a whole nother video now. At the time, it was like McMillan. I was trying to get Hunter, Graham, Carter, Genty. But at the end, I was like, and the last player I possibly take was Burton. Okay. The tables have flipped. We having a party if we can get the Bird. You know what I'm saying? If we can get Luther Bird, we having a party. But Foots, let me update you on the rest of my top 6, okay?
Let's go. That's what I wanted.
Burden is best case scenario. Josh Simmons from Ohio State, left tackle, is my best offensive lineman on the board right now.
Yes.
Kelvin Banks from Texas is my second. So that's 3 Foots. This is where it gets interesting for you. I can be talked into Malachi Starks here. Okay. I could be talked into Emeka Egbuka here. Foots. I can be talked into this. But my last grade I got up there, my last first round grade, if we take Jonte Barron, the corner,
you've been on him, and I love it.
From Texas, Foots the King.
He's a football playing somebody.
On my PFF board, Foots, Barron was on the second page. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of where I'm at in my film watching journey.
Barron, we taking our time.
Yeah, we taking our time. Barron down here at 46, Foots the King. That's hogwash.
That's nonsense. Too low. That's too low.
It's nonsense, Foots.
Tackling somebody, Voch.
Tackling. I normally hate when they make these good man corners play zone. Yeah. But he's good enough to play zone.
Yeah.
Strong at the line of scrimmage. Hands on you when he's passing you along.
Yeah.
He'll travel with you. He'll play left or right side. Last year he played all nickel, Foots.
But he could play on the edge, which is crazy.
He's an outside corner, but he played all nickel last year. He can do it.
Yes.
In Michigan, at some point, he just started chasing around the tight end, Coastal Loveland, which is fine.
Yeah.
But he also played some linebacker reps, Foots.
Yeah.
He also played some linebacker. Like they did some Mike Zimmer looking double A gap blitzes with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at Jonte Barron, and I came out and said this loudly. I said he's the best man cover corner on the board right now, and I got even with Travis Hunter. I think Travis Hunter is ranked number 1 because he's like a top 5 corner and like a top 5 receiver put together. So like that's one thing. I'm about to pull something up for you Bradley there.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? But just as corner versus corner, man, Foots, tell me who's man covering better than Jonte Barron right now. You know what I'm saying? So I gave him a first round pick. Shouts out to Matt Owen. I'll go ahead and play. Shouts out to Matt Owen. Me and him talked about it a little bit. He agreed that Barron is like he's a first round grade, not a first round pick, because that's different. Because a first round pick you can be taken in 18 or 19.
He's such a good tackler, Voch. Oh my God.
Tackler. And he wants to do it. I think he's a first round talent, Foots the King. I think he can go top 12 or top 13, and I wouldn't fuss about it, Foots. I wouldn't fuss about him at all.
Well, here's the deal. Okay. And this is where you have to get creative. Because let's say, hey man, I've just gotten in my mind, and I talked to Tuai about this, and I don't know where you are. I don't plan on seeing Trevon Diggs next year. And that's just realistic.
Look. For no reason. Why is he over there? What is he doing? Why is he
watching Bell and just he's good, man.
What is he doing?
But look at it, but it's that right there. Go back. Just that's how you tackle. Like those are football, and that whole Texas defense tackle. Shout out to them.
Yeah,
really good. It's gonna be fun to watch him versus Jeremiah Smith, which I think nobody wants to guard that dude right now. Miami Gardens legend Jeremiah Smith. I've been watching for a long time.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I think you spot on about Barron, and I got in your mentions and said, bro, I'm surprised there hasn't been more, but I think there will be. And when you come to this channel and you come to Voch's channel, you get kind of that early on, whoever you like. If you're not even just a Cowboys fan, but like he's gonna go on his thumbnail because he's a dude. Like I honestly, if you want to do the Jeff Kavanaugh thing and be Captain Trade back, perfect. Because yes, we need weapons. Yes, we need a running back. But I'm gonna tell you this: you die a slow death if you can't cover. Because there's only so much that you can. Like, hey, I'll be honest. I like the vibe of the defense versus Philly.
Yeah.
Once they found Booth, it was just like the game was over.
You just ran out of energy there. You ran out of defensive superpowers there, and then your offense wasn't keeping up necessarily. You know what I'm saying? So it was nothing you could do.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm in DC. Hey, shout out to the Commanders, blah, blah, whatever. Hey, guess what? They're going to be a first round exit because they can't cover. And so, like, when you talk about having guys, like we got a guy in Bland, I think we got a guy in Diggs, but you cannot go into next year's season. We don't know what's going to happen with McQuamu. He couldn't play this year. We don't know what's going to happen with, other players on this team. And I'm just like, man, I think they do bring back Lewis. But if it's me, a guy like Barron would be a candidate to be even picked. Well, I don't know if we get in the top 10, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Because people will do stupid things like pass up on Mason Graham.
Yeah.
Pass up on. So I don't want to draft away from elite talent.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm team weapon. But Vach, we play in a division with Jaden Daniels now.
Sure.
We play in a division with A.J. Brown, Malik Neighbors,
sure.
Devontae Smith. Yeah. Like, hey, man, Terry McLaurin, you got to be able to cover.
Sure.
Like, and again, certain positions, tackle, quarterback, corner, they succeed. I mean, you could maybe add receiver, but that's a luxury. But when you start talking about certain positions, you can't go get a shutdown corner on the street, Vach. Those guys that play on islands,
they don't exist. They don't exist.
They gotta be homemade. And so I wanted to bring that up and get this on wax because to me, it's a conversation worth having. Mm-hmm. Do you feel, let me ask you this, do you feel at any time, Vach, that Diggs will be back to 100% Diggs? Because I don't. And I hate to break that to Cowboys fans. He had the foot 2 years ago, the ankle. Yeah. Now this knee, which we don't even know how long he'll be out. He had a knee in college. Yeah. I don't know, Vach.
I'm not at liberty to say that he won't be, but I think you must move forward as if he won't be. Because then at the end of the day, if he comes back and he's fine, now you got some combination of Diggs, Barron. We don't know what's going to happen with Lewis and Bland. Like, that's just stupid. And, Zim is a DB guy. Zim may not be here. We don't know. But same with Overshawn, right? Hey, you hope for the best, but you are prepared for the worst. You know what I'm saying? You are going to move forward as if Overshawn exists, but you must move forward as if he don't. And if he just happens to exist, cool. We got Overshawn and Jahad Campbell, and you mix that up with Louisville, and boy, you got a fantastic core now.
Hey, Vach, that's funny how you did that because guess what? That was before I let you listen. That was my next question to you. Mm-hmm. Hey, are you okay with Louisville and Nick Vigil as your starting linebackers? Because Jamal Clark don't exist on this team anymore. No. They've told you that.
No, Louisville's playing well, but yes. you need a big free agency. We don't know nothing. We don't know nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a lot of roster turnover, and that's fine. The best teams have the ability to do it.
Yeah.
The best teams have the ability. Some of these kids playing for Kansas City right now were not playing for Kansas City 3 years ago. It just is what it is. You just got to be able to remake those rosters and just keep your core guys intact. And if you got your core guys intact, then the miscellaneous characters can come and go. But free agency is important. If you can find you a one tech, a linebacker, a receiver, and a corner, free, it sounds like a lot because it is. But if you can find those guys, you can really draft free. Then we'll have a good day in draft world. But it's probably not gonna go that way. We're probably gonna walk into the draft needing something, and it's gonna be clear.
This video is brought to you guys by BetUS. BetUS, all your betting needs. The Cowboys play the Washington Commanders this weekend. I think we're 7-point dog. We're dogs. I don't know. I want to give you guys my thoughts on the game as far as, but I sold you guys up a creek last week because I told you guys to take Dallas with points, and that was the wrong move. So BetUS, all your betting needs, college football playoffs, NBA, NHL, and of course NFL with the playoffs coming up. You guys make sure you tap in with BetUS. Vosh Lombardi, before I let you go, let me ask you this. 2 names that people aren't talking about that would fit in Dallas at pick 13. You kind of hit on Campbell, which was a great name. But just give me 2 names that people should probably, hey, this could work, and this is why.
I'm not big draft safety early guy. I think safety is like a luxury position. You know, I would love to fix my front 7 and my O line first before I talk. Talk about building safety or whatever. But if Starks is there and he's a blinking light for you, you're not really having fun with your safety play right now. You know what I'm saying? And Starks is a guy that can play either safety. So I think he's a guy that'll kind of fit there, and it'll make some kind of sense for you.
Plays in the slot too.
Plays in the slot, plays free, plays a little bit strong. And then there's Kelvin Banks. He's the tackle from Texas, and what kind of makes him different than the other offensive lineman that I mentioned, Josh Simmons. It's like Josh Simmons is like a tackle, and tackle is unclear here. We don't have a clear direction with. You need Tyler Guyton to be better, but he's an unknown. Terrence Steele costs a little bit of money. You need him to be better, but he's an unknown. If you want a tackle play, then cool. But in real life, we don't know what we're doing at right guard neither. So if you wanted to go for a player that's projected to be a tackle or a guard, Kelvin Banks could be a tackle or a guard for you. And you can plug him in and play Zach Martin's spot if Zach don't come back next year. So those are 2 names: Kelvin Banks, tackle from Georgia, and Malachi Stark, safety from. He's the tackle from Texas, and Malachi is the safety from Georgia.
I think those are 2 really good names, Voch. I think that we've kind of, as a community, kind of locked into certain players, and
because I'll tell you some real first. I only got 11 first-round grades. It ain't a whole bunch of them,
bro. I haven't dropped my top 50 yet. I'm gonna probably end up with maybe 15 to 16. This class isn't.
That's too many. You ain't had that many.
Am I being nice?
You being nice, you ain't gonna have that many. I'm telling you, you're not gonna have that many.
This class isn't, but I think it's this class is the sweet spot is the 2nd and 3rd round.
Do you have a first-round grade for Will Campbell, the tackle from LSU?
I do, but I like him more inside. I think Will Campbell's a guard.
Do you have a first-round grade for James Pierce, Tennessee?
I do. I love James Pierce, by the way. Okay, and that was gonna be the name that I told.
Foot's a little nicer than me. Foot's a little nicer than me.
Well, I think that he played the run better this year, but that's another show. James Pierce is the name for me, guys. Now, will this team go in? They're going to tell you that they love Sam Williams and that they love Marshawn Nealon. I think that Pierce could have I don't know if Pierce would be like, so the thing with Pierce is he doesn't have the Abdul Carter.
That's why he's not a first-round pick.
He doesn't have.
I'm sorry. That's why he's not a first-round grade.
He doesn't have that.
He can go around 15 or 16, but he's not.
He reminds me of in his. I don't think he's quite as good as Jared Verse, but remember, people weren't on Verse last year, and then he went to LA this year and was just a stud.
And he failed like 18 or something.
Yeah.
That's where Pierce. Yeah,
and that's probably but that would be the name for me. And hey, listen, Carter's a top 5 pick. Like that's different, but. Voch, this will be interesting, but I just kind of wanted to set the table with this show. Do you have anything else to add before I let you go?
Y'all need to stop hyping up Jalen Walker. He's cool, but he ain't crazy like that.
Okay.
I like these tight ends, but tight ends are weird. So I kind of got them all bunched in 3 right there.
I saw Matt Miller. He said that the Penn State kid was Brock Bowers, and I said, "Come on, man,
chill out.
I like him, but we got to stop."
Brock, see, and that's how goofy. See, Jay-Z got this line, man. It was on What's Free. He says, "We used to look up to Billboard when we was young. Now we look at Billboard like, is you dumb?" You know what
I'm telling you,
Matt Miller was a guy for me, man. Brock Bowers ain't blocked nobody. Tyler Warren play fullback and wing and get direct snaps. We ain't the same people.
Yeah, I like Tyler Warren, but we gotta relax. Yeah, definitely gotta relax. Yeah,
Brock Bowers about to win. He should be winning Rick of the Year or something. That's all I got. Besides that, shucks, there's a lot of offensive tackles, defensive tackles, but me and Fuss will be breaking that down throughout the way. We got time, and we just want to hit and set this table because when I tell you we're gonna overly break down this draft, you guys will be prepared on these players. So it's your boy Fuss the King as always. Thank you all for liking, sharing, subscribing.
Vosh Lombardi, he will be going live tonight with Brian Broadus on Doing All Right. Not live, but he'll have it out tonight because it's a stable in the community now. So much love to you, Voch. And as always, y'all keep liking, sharing, subscribing.
Let me say this too, first. Let me just say this too, if you don't mind.
Love you all.
Let me just say this too. Let me just say this too. No. Would y'all go to Will Steele, Skywalker Steele on Twitter? Go to his Twitter. Or you can go to my Twitter. I retweeted it. He posted a link of his new YouTube channel. The budget then ran out at A to Z Sports, and that's okay. Because the budget runs out at volume, it runs out at bleach. It eventually runs. Foot's got a show that he's doing right now. That budget's going to run out at some point. You get the money while you can. You always get the money while you can. Don't say, oh, I got fired from a show. Be like, man, I did a show for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? That's how you look at it. But Will Steele is parting ways with
A to Z.
I don't even want to say their name.
Yeah, we ain't saying we ain't getting no pre-promo.
They ain't even paying the peoples no more. But they are no longer gonna be doing the morning show over there. It'll be on Will Steele's new channel. So y'all check him out. It's probably Skywalker Steele Unleashed, I believe the name of it is. But if you're unsure, because I might be unsure, go to him on Twitter or go to me on Twitter and you'll see his post. Go click.
Hold on. This is what we're gonna do. Hold on, stay right there, Voch. Keep talking about it. This is what we're gonna do.
I can pull it up right
now.
now.
You pulling it up? I was just pulling it up. You got it?
Yeah, you can go ahead and I had this Goldberg post going up. All right, cool. Let's go to present, share screen. Go ahead and hit that right. Well, right there. Go ahead.
Let's make sure that we get that up. There it is, right there.
Push the king up. Damn, that's Foot's. Okay. All right, so right there. Skywalker Steele. Happy New Year, everyone. Appreciate the support. In 2024, it means a ton. Wishing y'all a healthy and promising year. Okay, he said that, but he said this life update. Them boys over there. Most importantly, he appreciates everybody. The marathon continue, keep it head. All right, cool. So Skywalker Steele Unleashed is the name of the show. Is the name of the new channel, and this is where he'll be. This is where he'll be going live at. I'm sure this is where he'll be going live at. Okay, so y'all support our guy on his new.
He's his family. This is our brother in real life, real friend. So go subscribe right now. Like if you don't, you might as well. I just said I love y'all. I'm taking it back. I don't love y'all no. Subscribe. So
yeah. So please take care of our guy because y'all take care of us. So appreciate y'all for doing that.
All right, man. Love y'all. Peace.
Salute.
All right, Voch.